guys. Um, so I get to talk to you today about art as worship. So I'm going to start with story time. I actually, I never took an art class after 6th grade, I think it was. I got D's in art. Because I couldn't follow the directions. But but when I was little, all I wanted to be growing up was an artist. I did not think it was practical. And I actually totally gave up doing anything art related sometime in high school when I was highly criticized. And it took me until I think I was pregnant, very, very pregnant with my first kid. So that would have been like 9.5 or 10 years ago before God started to really change my mind about art and to show me how it really is something that not only is okay to do, because I had gotten it in my head that doing art was selfish because it wasn't for anybody else. It was just for me. And he started to really change my heart. And to tell me, if I make the trees and the rocks and the mountains and the stars all glorify me and all they do is do what they were created to do, the trees just stand there. They stand there, they wave their branches if it's windy. The mountains just stand there. They are just mountains. They don't have to do anything other than what God created them to do in order to glorify Him. And so He put this idea in my head, I've created you to feel most alive when you are doing art. And that's worship. That's a way to worship me. And He has, just been teaching me through that. He's a creator, right? And He made us to create things, to reflect His image that way. And it really does, it glorifies Him when we live out that part of His character. So art for me, when it's really truly feels like worship to me the most, and I'm sure everybody is different, but it's when I do something, I usually call it art journaling. So it's usually an expression of what God is doing in my heart and what He is teaching me through His Word or through other people or through His Holy Spirit. And so when I create something reflecting that, it's a way almost of showing Him okay, God, here is who you are, who you've said you are to me. And it's glorifying Him, right? Like when we sing worship songs, when we're singing songs about Him and His power and His grace, we're worshiping Him, but also I think it reminds us as well, right? When we're worshiping Him, it a lot of the time I feel like it's just as much, if not more, for me than it is for Him, although He delights in it. So it's the same way with art. So for example, so I have my art journal somewhere. I'm back. Okay. Which I started this back when Eli was tiny. And it's still not full because I tend to pick up projects and then drop them and pick them up again. And so not that long ago, I was feeling like I was coming unraveled. Really. Like, some of you probably experienced this. You came up to me and asked me how I was in church, and I just fell apart. Oh yeah, I was coming unraveled. And I didn't like it. I don't like it. Like, I felt like I was coming apart, just literally at the seams. And if anybody just looked at me the wrong way, I just come completely apart. And, God started whispering to me, like, really, even if you come apart, you are okay. Maybe that's the safest place to be, because what's really coming apart? And I realized, you know what? The things that are coming apart are my masks. They're the lies that I've been believing about God and about myself and about other people. They are habits that God wants to change. That's my sin. Like, those are the things that we're actually unraveling. And so, well, I just wanted to, pull all my strings tight and sew myself back up together. God's saying, like, no, like, you let me do this. And it feels like surgery a lot of the time, doesn't it? Like, when he's doing deep heart work like that, it feels like surgery, but I was safe, and perhaps he was even glorified in it. And so here's an example I have not shared with many people in my art journal. So what I did, you can kind of tell, I ripped up these pages. They're kind of glued together, but I made some rips, and I had string here. So here's the string is me trying to, like, sew myself back up together, right? Like, or the things that I have put in place to try to keep myself together, those lies and those masks and whatnot. And, God is unraveling me, but here's my hope. I hope that as he's unraveling me, what's actually happening is that other people can see him, can see his work. And so you see, like where I'm being unraveled, there's the cross. His grace is there. And that's the safest place for me to be, not all stitched up in my sloppy, messy, imperfect stitches that I've tried to create over the years. It's with him that I'm safe, and maybe it's all right for other people to see me come undone too. Maybe it's all right for you guys to see me come undone too. Maybe it's all right for other people to see you come undone. Yeah. So that's an example of art journaling I've done. So the plan was for us to do a collaborative art piece together. Things have been shaken up a little bit this week, right? So we're gonna try to do something. Yeah, I'll probably have some other instructions for you later this week, and you can kind of see behind me. I've got a hand up there behind me on the wall. That is hopefully something we're gonna do together. We're gonna finish together. So here's a hint of what's coming next, and I will keep you guys posted. But for now, I hope you just if this strikes you at all, and everybody's different, but if this strikes you at all, if God starts whispering to you, like, hey, maybe there's something here to check out with me, like, the neat thing about art journaling is that there's no rules. Which was a big thing for me going back into it as a perfectionist. It's been good for me. Just if you feel the prompt to just like get some materials out and start making something, I hope you do. And I would love to see it if you feel like sharing, but if not, totally cool too. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. I hope you're all having a good week, and I miss you guys. I miss you. Yeah. Bye.